Girlies, this podcast is a love letter to you guys. It exists because vague motivation just ain't gonna cut it in this new era that we walking into. This is for my girlies who need language for decisions. This is for my girlies who need frameworks for growth. This is for the girlies intentionally building lives that look different. Welcome to a new era. Loyalty to who you used to be will cost you where you're trying to go. And the hardest part, girl, most of us don't even realize we being loyal. We just call it comfort. When we talk about loyalty, we're not just talking about people. We're talking about patterns, identities, and roles that you've outgrown but still perform. Loyalty can look like doing what's familiar instead of what's aligned, protecting old habits because they once worked, and staying consistent with the version of yourself that no longer fits the mold, girl. And the truth is, loyalty feels responsible. But I'm here to tell you, baby, elevation requires discernment. Most people don't stay loyal because they're weak. They stay loyal because loyalty once kept them safe. That version of you got you through something. It helped you survive. It protected you in a season when you didn't have any better tools. But survival tools don't always translate into leadership tools. And elevation doesn't dishonor the past. It just refuses to live there. There's a moment when loyalty stops being noble and it starts being expensive. That moment can look like knowing better but still choosing old responses, feeling stretched but staying, outgrowing rooms but shrinking to fit in them. And we just not doing that no more. This is where elevation stalls. Not because the opportunity isn't there, but because the attachment hasn't been released. Girl, you cannot carry everything forward. Some things have to be left in the past. You got to cut them off cold turkey. Here's a simple check-in I want you girlies to do. I want you to ask yourself, what am I defending that I've already outgrown? What version of me do I keep protecting? Where am I choosing familiarity over alignment? Loyalty should support your future, not keep you tied to your past. And no, I ain't saying go out there, girlies, and burn all the bridges. I'm just saying you need to choose wisely on what you're carrying into your next era. Elevation doesn't require betrayal. It requires honesty. You can honor who you were and still choose who you're becoming without taking all that extra baggage with you. This shift isn't about abandoning yourself. It's about releasing what no longer belongs. Girlies, remember, the conversation doesn't end here. Make sure you go over to my socials and get your activation task for the week. If you don't know what I'm talking about, every week after I release a podcast episode, I release 3 activation videos. I call them mini activations. And they are created to help you actually put some action behind this motivation. Because remember, we're walking that walk and talking that talk in our new era. So make sure you check it out. _and the details with 2 S's. I released the podcast episode on Monday and I released the videos Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That way you got all weekend to sit with it and figure out what it is that you're going to do and actually practice those tasks so that you can build new habits. All right, girlies, until next time.